Breaking tonight, President Trump is still weighing a wide variety of options, military options, to target Iran over its deadly crackdown on anti-government protesters. Fox News tonight can confirm military assets are moving toward the Middle East after a recent withdrawal of Navy firepower in the region. Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin has that story. Good evening, Jen.
Good evening, Brett. Well-placed official sources tell me U.S. military assets are preparing to move to the Middle East, likely to include at least one aircraft carrier and additional missile defense systems that will operate from air, land, and sea. Iranian state media posted tonight a message to President Trump. You hit, we hit. The U.S. military had presented strike options for President Trump to consider, but could not guarantee the regime would be overthrown. The president reportedly wanted assurances that any military action would be swift, decisive, and not lead to a wider war in the Middle East. The U.S. military posture in the Middle East was not ready for a decisive strike. It had no aircraft carrier in the Middle East for the first time in years because the Pentagon ordered the USS Ford to the Caribbean. Just 3 destroyers and 3 littoral combat ships were in the Middle East as of Wednesday, half the number of U.S. warships currently stationed in the Caribbean near Venezuela. Any aircraft carrier would take 1 to 2 weeks to get to the Middle East. The U.S. also removed some of its anti-missile batteries out of the Middle East following last summer's strike on Iran's nuclear sites. Those could soon be returning. As for what the U.S. military options look like, experts say the president still has a lot of firepower in the Middle East, including an Ohio-class submarine capable of firing up to 154 Tomahawk missiles. Regime targets could include missile production and storage sites, oil refineries key to their economy, or some of the leaders themselves. How Israel decapitated Hezbollah.
The Israelis use cyber attacks to bring leadership together so that they could bomb and kill the leadership. So there are multiple tools that can be used in different ways to cause these very same kinds of problems to this regime.
Today, the State Department announced new sanctions on Fardis Prison, where many female political prisoners are held. Ali Larijani, head of the Supreme Council for National Security, and 18 individuals or entities linked to a shadow banking network involved in laundering the regime's oil revenues. Brett?
And Jen, another topic. What have you learned about this weapon purchased by DHS that may be linked to Havana syndrome?
Well, Brett, a well-placed source confirms to Fox that at the end of the Biden administration, DHS bought on the open market a pulsed energy weapon that the Pentagon has been testing to see if it could have caused the traumatic brain injuries reported by hundreds of U.S. intelligence and State Department employees who've experienced acute, debilitating symptoms while serving overseas. The victims suspect a foreign adversary and feel there has been a U.S. government cover-up. And now House Republicans are launching an investigation into what DHS knows about this weapon. Brett?
Okay, we'll follow that. Jen, thanks.